Yo, what's up? It's Isaiah Keaton, and I'm here to answer some questions with Sounds of the Future.
Is that 508?
Yeah. Now I'm back in this shit. I'm just back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. I'm just back in this shit. Now I'm back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. Yeah.
What's up, it's Nolan. It's another episode of Sounds of Future TV. Who am I here with today?
Isaiah Keaton.
Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you. So I just want to start off with getting to know you a little bit. So where are you from and what you do?
Right now I currently live in Brooklyn, but I'm from all over the place. I lived in the Bronx, I lived in South Carolina, I lived in Georgia. But right now we rep in Brooklyn because that's where I'm at. I make music, R&B, rap, produce, design clothes, model, do a lot of things.
So I want to start all the way back, growing up. What really made you want to pursue a career in music?
I was just drawn to it. I think I was just attracted to it. I don't really think it was a conscious decision. I think it was a calling. Growing up, I used to just have headphones on in my ear. I wouldn't talk to nobody. I would just listen to music. And while I was listening to music, I used to always just imagine myself being that person. And eventually I became that person, you know?
So to dive a little bit more into your music, I want to talk about your sound. How would you kind of describe your sound and maybe some of your biggest influences you have when you are creating?
I think, so my sound and my content are way two different things. My sound it would change by the day, you know what I mean? I might drop an R&B song that sounds like it could be on the radio. I might drop a real undercut hip hop song. If you're familiar with Mavi, if you're familiar with Earl Sweatshirt, Freddie Gibbs, that kind of underground sound. I do a lot of those. But then I also kind of make my own beats as well. So that doesn't necessarily sound like anybody in particular, but I draw inspiration from Lauryn Hill, Cole, Drake, Kendrick, you know what I mean? And then we want to get deep into the underground. I like McGee. I like an underground rapper called Euros, Stevie Wonder, Tupac.
So as someone that operates both in the rapping space and the behind the scenes space and the producing aspect of it, which aspect of art would you say you prefer more or kind of gravitate more towards?
I think both, in a sense. I don't normally produce for other people. I really only be producing for myself. But I always felt like if the beat is right, then the song is ass, you feel me? So.
You also mentioned earlier that you are starting a clothing brand or have a clothing brand.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that, the title of it, and what can people expect from you?
Yeah, so it's called Childhood Clothing Line. Right now, some of the collaborations that I got going on is I design clothes for schools, for charter schools. So I be redesigning uniform. I redesign their alternative uniform. So whether a school comes up to me and say, hey, I want to make a polo with a logo, but I don't have a logo yet, or I want to redefine my logo. I'll recreate the logo, figure out the placement, figure out the color and stuff. And then sometimes a school already has those things in place. And I create something alternative, a hoodie, acid wash hoodie, or something like this that the kids could wear in replacement of their uniform. And then for me, I design all the merch from me as a solo artist. And then I have a group of friends, a collective called Slum Children, and also design stuff for that as well.
So you mentioned Slum Children. What is kind of the ideology behind that, and what is it kind of like to have a group of people that you could really create with and have a creative outlet with?
We just a bunch of friends for real that just happen to love the same shit or contribute to the same cause. So it feels real natural. It's good that you have somebody that you can go to who knows how to sing, or go to who knows how to take videos, and you don't necessarily have to outsource too much because it's already around, and God put these people in my life for a reason. But the ideology behind Slum Children, so just off rip, when you hear slum, you think of the hood, you think of deprivation and shit like that. So I'm from the hood, I'm from the Bronx. So just growing up, you have to grow up really fast. And Slum Children, the ideology is to not only place focus on that, but also to remind people that even as you grow up in these circumstances, whether it's because you're forced to grow up or whether, you just become 20-something years old and now you just grew up naturally, to always remain a child inside and really take care of the dreams that you always dreamed of.
So to shift more into your dreams too, we kind of mentioned you're multifaceted in all aspects of art. Where do you kind of see your career going in the sense of your dreams, and what are you striving for?
Music, man. I do a lot of shit. Don't get me wrong. I love making clothes. I love doing all this extra shit, but music. I'm just trying to get better as a musician. I'm trying to learn more instruments. I'm trying to like I started producing, but like now I'm like getting into like mixing the production and creating different sounds that maybe somebody did. I'm trying to perfect older sounds. Like I'm just in love with music. This is all I think about. This is all I dream about. This is all I talk about. I have no personality outside of music these days. Like, so this is music for us. So I see myself, going on tour, and I used to think that like winning a Grammy or being considered mainstream and being these, signed people is success, but I started to realize that like the underground is really winning right now. And like people who kind of cultivate a slow but slowly growing fan base are the ones who like really have the impact on the culture. And I'm just trying to do the same and speak my truth and my story.
So you kind of mentioned how you embrace the underground aspect of music instead of, chasing the mainstream sound. Do you ever feel like compelled to kind of compromise your sound in a sense of chasing that success and fame? Because, a lot of people, obviously, when they're making music, they have the intention of, being successful, selling out stadiums, stuff like that. But would you be satisfied with just, having your core fan base and, still making the music you like? Yes and no, because there are some mainstream songs that I like, and like by nature, like because I like it, as a creator, I kind of want to create something similar. Yeah. Like for instance, like the classics, like Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, like all these songs, these timeless songs that are mainstream, but they're just like they're probably beyond mainstream for real. Yeah. But they kind of like redefine what mainstream meant, and I kind of want to do the same thing. So sometimes, I do get into a moment in my bag where I'm trying to like make something that's digestible to the general audience. But for the most part, the music that I listen to, people don't really know about anyway. So it's like, I don't listen to like, drill. I'm not listening to some of the things that's on the radio now. So I don't care if I sound like that because I don't listen to them. I don't like it anyway. You feel me? I feel you. So, plus I'm a weird nigga, so I like weird music. No, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? In that same light of that conversation, do you have any like dream collaborations? You mentioned earlier how you're really influenced by people like Mavi and Earl Sweatshirt. Would you want to collaborate with them and explore that space as well? Yo, this is gonna sound crazy, but like I want to collaborate with these rappers, not necessarily because it's like, I want these niggas on the same song as me, but I just want to like rap better than them. Like I want to like violate niggas on their own song. Like that's my. That's tough. That's what I'm trying to say. Like I'm trying to collab with these niggas so I could like just let them. You know what I'm saying? You want to go bar for bar? I want to shit on these niggas. I feel you. When it comes to singers, that's different. Singers and producers, I collaborate in good faith. But like when it comes to rappers, just I'm coming for the neck. In my mind, I'm like, I'm doing this for a reason, nigga. So to shift a little bit more, I want to talk about the future some more. As an artist, we all have a way. I mean, some people are different, but a lot of people will have a specific way they want to be perceived by the public and stuff like that. So as you progress in your career, let's say 50 years from now, how would you want to be remembered as a person and as an artist? I mean, as a person, I want you to be able to like know who I am by the end of my career. And what I mean by that is like people like J. Cole. Like if you grew up on J. Cole, I see you got the Gulf Wing. Like so you know Tyler. So you kind of already know his story because he put it all in the music. Yeah. And that's kind of how I want to lead the game. I want to just document my entire life where people could like really see the first album that I dropped versus whenever I was experimenting versus when I was paying homage to like an old school sound, whenever I was doing this and doing that, and like kind of like see that journey. And that's it. And then my favorite artists are iconic, and that's because like they talked about real shit in their music, like Marvin Gaye, What's Going On, that album, like shit like that, where music really stood for something. And you brought substance to it. Like, don't get me wrong, you had your pop hits, you had this, you had that, but like at the end of the day, you offer society, you offer the world, your listeners something that they can hold on to, whether it's this year or 30 years from now. So just timeless, meaningful music. So to talk more about that substance too, do you feel like a lot of substance in music is kind of lost in like the chase for, the money and fame and stuff like that? Because, in past interviews and, just prior discussions with other people, we've kind of expressed the concern about how the music industry is more so just about, catering to what people want to hear, which is, you know, rappers talking about drugs and violence and stuff like that. But do you feel like in that pursuit, we kind of lost what the art of music really is and, you know, talking about the real stuff?
Yes and no. I would say, like, I think because music is so accessible now to create, I think we have a lot of people who kind of do it for the wrong reasons, which is for the clout, and that shows in the music. But then I also feel like a true artist is just them being themselves. And I feel like because of social media going on and how the world is now is way different from before. Like I live kind of like, I lived in the internet era, but at the brink of like the turning point with like TikTok and shit like that. Like TikTok wasn't around when I was in elementary and middle school. So I grew up around when Facebook was starting to get popping and shit like that. And now that I'm a little bit older and I'm seeing TikTok and I'm seeing all this shit, I'm watching this, our society kind of like lose touch with themselves. And I feel like when you lose touch with yourself, that also trickles down into the art. So now the music has less substance because we ourselves kind of like aren't finding or digging for that substance in the first place. We just we scrolling, we doom scrolling. So we playing Fortnite all day, we doing this, we doing, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Definitely. I got a few more questions for you. I want to talk about any upcoming projects you have, anything you want to promote, and any like new sounds you're looking to explore and stuff like that.
Yeah, so my fan base is it's a group, it's a melting pot, right? We got people who have heard a song called "Are You Single" or "How Does It Feel," and that's just pure R&B, like no rapping, I'm just singing. And then you have some of the fans who like It's Complicated or a song like 777, and those are my hip hop songs. But then I also got a new fan base because I just dropped a song called Could Have Been You, and it's like a dance song, it's pop-ish kind of thing. So now it's like I've almost like, it don't sound crazy, but I kind of feel like Drake, where it's like nigga has all these people when he drops one song and like this group of people's gonna fuck with it, but the rest of the people might not fuck with it. So like I'm in that kind of position, and for a while I used to kind of like be tight at that shit. I'm like, damn, like why I gotta be all everything? Why I can't just be one thing? And but recently I said fuck it, and I was like, I really love hip hop, and like to kind of like dial myself back and explore my roots once more. I'm working on like a freestyle EP. So I'm from South Carolina, and the area code is 864. So I told myself that if I'm gonna be better than all these niggas, I gotta keep practicing. So I made an oath to myself and to my city that I'm gonna be writing 864 freestyles to get better. And then I'm kind of like at 100 now, but I'm about to condense the best freestyles that I've created, and I'm about to put it in an EP to feed the rap fans, but also as like the start of an oath of just me getting better.
That's dope. I'm excited to hear it. And we got one more question for you. Do you have any advice or like words of wisdom for the audience you want to leave with them?
I say trust your timing, be patient. I think there's like a balance, it's a weird balance between you making shit happen on your own, but also having faith that it's gonna happen even when it doesn't. So a lot of people like to say, oh, this is gonna happen, or like, I'm waiting for my moment, I'm waiting to be inspired. Like, nah, you have to like actually go into that studio and work, even when you don't feel like doing it. And sometimes you're gonna make something great, sometimes you're not gonna make something great. You have to have faith that that work is worth it. So just don't be waiting around, just get straight to it, man.
Thank you so much. This is Sounds of the Future TV. Thank you so much for joining us.
Back in the field, back like I never left, ready to spill. Only got one shot, I go for the kill. Could've went platinum if I took the drill, but I found a better